It's all good.
You gonna crowd you.
Yeah.
Off to a good start this year.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah. A lot of things going on. A lot of big initiatives.
Yeah.
Checking out what we can do.
That's right. Well, this is really inspiring.
No, I appreciate it so much.
It's my pleasure. That's great. I got you right after.
You good? Oh, selfie first. We're standing. Yeah. All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And on behalf of the students, faculty, staff, and administration, and the school committee of Monty Tech, as well as myself, Superintendent Tom Brown, I'm pleased to welcome you all to the Montechusett Vocational Partnership Academy, otherwise known as MVP Academy. But to begin this event, I would ask everyone to please stand for our national anthem, sung by Miss Leah Montes de Oca Carvajal, a sophomore from our veterinary science program. Along with Leah, the colors will be presented by members of the Monty Tech Marine Corps JROTC Color Guard under the direction of First Sergeant Shane Dillon.
Left turn, march. Ready. 3, 7.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the landmarks we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Really well done.
Thank you so much, folks. And Leah, amazing job, amazing job. All right, again, I thank you for joining us here at MVP Academy, a program and facility that I humbly believe provides a template for how the Commonwealth should be promoting greater access for those potential job seekers who long for the opportunity to gain high-level job skills that will allow them to become valued members of the workforce of the future. So what makes MVP Academy special? To begin, as demonstrated by its full name, it represents the success that can come from municipal and state partnerships. In the summer of 2022, my first year as superintendent, Monty Tech was a clear example of the problem that plagues so many vocational school districts, a lack of capacity to satisfy the demand for vocational education. At that time, Monty Tech had well over 800 applicants for approximately 350 available seats in the freshman class. Sadly, we were forced to decline far too many deserving applicants, and there was no true pathway to expand our existing building to allow those worthy students to join our community. Fortunately, there were alternative facility options to consider, specifically the possibility of locating a vacant facility that could serve as a satellite campus that would offer more seats. Of course, ideas are great, but solutions are better. And fortunately, we have an amazing administrator at Monty Tech, Katie Whitaker, who regularly reviews the various grants offered by DESNY and EOE and she found the solution to our problem in the lab modernization grant, a grant that was geared towards funding renovations of instructional space at vocational schools. We suggested that we tweak that opportunity and apply it to this vacant warehouse, which is only about a mile from campus, so we don't know that, and to use the modernization grant to develop a training facility. Thankfully, that dream came to fruition as last April, following many months of renovation work that was almost entirely completed by our own Monty Tech students and instructors, the doors to MVP Academy were permanently opened and our students, faculty, and staff settled in to get to work. Of course, those folks, the faculty, staff, and students of MVP Academy are what makes this program special. Certainly they're special as being among the first to join the Academy, but they are not just special for where they ended up, but where they come from. You see, if you're not aware, the students of MVP Academy, while certainly now members of the Monty Tech community, are, by definition, they're not Monty Tech students. Instead, they all remain members of their sending districts in Fitchburg, Gardner, or Narragansett Regional. Inspired by the formerly titled After Dark program model, the training would occur through the school day, with the students following the traditional AB week, with juniors coming to Monty Tech for workforce training, while the seniors would remain in their home district for academics. Then, during the following week, the students would flip. Most importantly in this model, those students remain enrolled in their home district. That means the Chapter 70 state funding for those students also remains with their home districts, while the Chapter 74 funds related to those students are reimbursed to Monty Tech. Those districts represented some of our communities with the longest wait lists, and this partnership was made possible because the leaders of those districts, Superintendent John Thompson of Fitchburg, Superintendent Mark Pellegrino of Gardner, and Superintendent Chris Cassavant of Narragansett, were willing to join us and take the bold first steps of this program in order to provide their students an opportunity to benefit from essential workforce training in house carpentry, electrical, and soon to be coming in 2026, plumbing. Which will be right here. With those career pathways in front of them, it is fitting that we gather here during STEM Week, as you all are well aware of how each of these fields has been influenced by innovations like homes built with sustainable materials, installation of solar panels, low-flow fixtures for water conservation, smart lighting systems, and electric vehicle chargers. In fact, beginning this year, and through funds made available from our community partners at the Clean Energy Center, traditional after-hours adult workforce training in those trades will occur right here at MVP Academy. Again, we are so thankful for support for this initiative, and we are excited to see this concept grow. Hopefully, state and civic partners will encourage others to follow this model. I specifically want to thank the Lieutenant Governor, the Secretary, Liz Bennett, all the folks from DESI who are here, and the folks from Fitchburg who helped us get this building put together. It is because of partnerships and support like that that we were able to have moments like this. So if everyone just kind of take a look, you guys can sneak around and watch the screen for a special moment from MVP Academy.
Good morning. My name is Daniel Grifo. I'm a senior MVP student from Fitchburg. What a privilege it is to have the opportunity to tell you how MVP has changed my life. I was born and raised in Ghana and moved to Massachusetts with my sisters and mom when I was 10. To be honest, up until this year, my journey in high school has not been much to brag about. However, I do think it's important to tell you about my first 3 years in high school. Was like, I was lacking the desire to learn, bored, and seeking attention from other people as a way to fit in. My grades were awful, and it's unlikely that I'll move to the next grade. It was the encouragement of service by my mom that made it possible. I can't forget to mention that my disciplinary record was not stellar to say at least. Mid-junior year, my assistant principal, Mr. Layton, pulled me into his office, recommended me that I should sign up for MVP immediately. He thought it would be a great fit for me. I filled out the application. I had thought that you had to be a top tier student to be accepted in MVP. So I was very very surprised to hear that I had made it to the carpentry program. I'm not done yet. Now being close to the end of my senior year, I couldn't be more honest about how this program completely changed my life outlook on education. I have an interest in learning. I'm no longer bored. I don't have to sit in the desk all day anymore. I no longer sit in classes because my brain and hands are busy. I can't find my academic classes to be more relatable. At the start of the year, shop tools were overwhelming. It made me nervous, however, the instructors, Mr. Olsen taught me about the tools, how to use them safely, and supported me in mastering them. In particular, I developed a close relationship with one of my instructors, Mr. G. He supported me on this journey and has built my confidence and is truly invested in my success. I wish this opportunity was stronger earlier during my high school career because I know how much MVP has impacted not just my life, but all of us who enrolled. I also forgot to say this, but thank you to all the Monty students who helped build this school. Without them, it wouldn't have been so possible. But thank you to all who have made this program possible, and I'm honored to be a part of the first class of MVP.
So Nando had planned on being here today, but unfortunately he couldn't make it at last minute. But we were really happy that you could see that he does embody everything and why we do programs like this. So thank you so much. And again, we appreciate everybody for coming.
Thank you, Superintendent. I don't think anybody could have said it better than that Fitchburg graduate. So I appreciate you welcoming us here for what we believe is the most important work we do in government, and that's preparing the next generation to be leaders. I'm so thrilled. I'm joined by Secretary Pat Tutwiler, our Undersecretary in Labor and Workforce Development, Josh Cutler, members of our DESE team, both Regina and Liz, no strangers to this program and to this work. Mayor of Gardner, Mike Nicholson, has joined us, and I know we've got representatives from Mayor Squalia's office here as well. And so many school officials who are doing this work. And congratulations, this is a unique program where local districts have come together in recognition of how they can better serve the young adults in their high school and had to make real changes in the high school, the schedule, to allow this program to really lean in and be successful. And I just want to say thank you for that commitment. I think scheduling is probably the hardest thing to do in high school. And I really appreciate the extra effort that went into putting this program in place in a way that it could be successful. You know, I think it's fair to say Governor Healy and I truly believe that every student deserves an opportunity to explore their interest and connect their passions, and frankly, connect what you're learning during the day in high school with what you might see as a future career. And that's why I'm excited to be here today to announce we're investing over $8.5 million in our Career Connected Learning Grants program. Thanks to the support of a strong team at EOE, partners in the legislature, we've been able to make additional dollars available to school districts and workforce partners to help support expanded high-quality career pathways and programs. That's going to give students learning opportunities that they wouldn't ordinarily have by investing the dollars we know to make those connections happen. This is going to grow both access to career technical education programs and then strengthen partnerships with local employers. We know that time that students can be spent out in the field, earning money, earning experience is really, really critical. And this is going to help schools and communities give students that meaningful experience they need. That's going to open doors and build confidence and, most importantly, prepare the next generation for work after high school. As an administration, we're truly focused on helping every student find their pathway to success. We want every student to have a chance to explore their passions, find a career they're excited about. Too often, high school can feel like a chore, and we want it to feel like an opportunity, like a destination that's going to set you up for success in life. And by investing in these career-connected learning programs, we're ensuring that students can engage in hands-on experiences early, learn what they really like about a particular trade or craft, maybe learn what they don't like about a particular trade or craft, and most importantly, build the skills they need to excel in the workforce. For the last 3 years, our administration has been expanding access to career connectedness education in a variety of ways. We had the Reimagining High School initiative. In August, we approved 49 CTE programs. That's going to support an additional 2,300 students. In June, the governor signed a supplemental budget that included $100 million for CTE capital grants. So much of what we're able to do in schools is tied to making sure students have the equipment and the supplies they need to be successful in the workforce. That's going to add 3,000 more seats in 3 years. Both the capital grants allow for the expansion in places. And then we've also got the BRIGHT Act. What we're really excited about is the BRIGHT Act is going to invest in our public higher ed facilities. That's going to help both community colleges, high schools upgrade technology. We want you to be able to learn on equipment that you'll actually use in the workforce, no matter what particular field you're choosing. And in workforce training programs, that means you can train on things that you might actually be able to use later on when you're earning a solid career. And we love these programs. We think they allow students to get that hands-on opportunity and build the workforce we know. And the root of these investments is really preparing that next generation. It's how we support workforce, how we connect students, how we build an education system that captures hearts and minds and ensures we're preparing that next generation. So we just want to say thank you for the work you're doing here. This truly is a unique program. I'm so glad I got a chance to come out and see it. The ability for local districts to come together to underscore the work that you did to set this program up for success. And we will definitely be supporting the opportunities to ensure you can expand it, whether it's for plumbing or other areas. The connection between what's happening regional, what the needs are for employers, and how we can prepare students to not only fill those jobs, but find their life passion. Like, that's why we do this work. So congratulations, and it's now my pleasure to introduce the person that we're lucky enough to have leading up our education department. He is very familiar with these programs, having served as a superintendent himself, but being able to capture and operationalize the opportunities to leverage these dollars into programs that work in communities across Massachusetts has been phenomenal. Our Secretary of Education, Pat Tell.
All right. Good morning. Oh, come on. See, listen, I was raised in a call and response kind of tradition. So I say good morning and you say, good morning. We're going to do a little more to that in just a second. Does everybody know the theme for STEM Week?
I do.
I'm looking for them to know. Well, there's a hint. It's on the sign right there. It's STEM starts
now. Oh, geez.
We'll get them there. STEM starts now. Right. And you see some people up here doing a hand signal. I added that. It's not part of the official theme for STEM Week, but when I was growing up, my mother had a way of communicating. I'd say, hey, Mom, when do you want me to take the trash out? She would take her index finger, hold it up in the sky, and then point down to the ground to indicate that she wants it done now. So we've added that to our theme for STEM Week. STEM starts now. So join me in celebrating that. I will say that I was just really blown away by that video that you just showed. For all of the educators in the room and the supporters of education, you know that our work is really aligned with creating the conditions for young people to realize their dreams. And we just saw that in a real compelling and compassionate way with that student. But I think that that theme also aligns with the STEM Week theme, right? This is about doing that work, creating the conditions for young people to realize their dreams right now. With the students who are here today, with the student who just graduated, we're creating those pathways in real meaningful ways, and I'm just so thrilled about that. So we kicked off STEM Week this week at Framingham State University, announcing about $13.5 million in skills capital grants to support exactly the kinds of things that we see happening here at MVP. And I also want to note, as Superintendent Brown just mentioned, $500,000 of that is coming right here, and that expansion for plumbing, yes. Importantly, that's going to create an opportunity to offer plumbing training for 40 additional high school students serving 3 communities who are here in partnership In addition, it'll serve 20 adults in the evening. So there's many, many benefits of this work, of these expansions. I just want to highlight one thing. The P in MVP stands for partnership. That is important. We've got superintendents sitting here right now from Fitchburg, from Narragansett Regional, from Gardner, thank you, and we go way back. At the time we were principals, it was coming to me, don't worry. That partnership is so incredibly important, and I think really good ideas beget other really good ideas. I know Superintendent Duda is here and planning to launch a very similar program out in Western Mass. Kudos to you, and kudos to all of you, the leaders in the room, for seeding this idea and making it come to life for students. As the LG just mentioned, we're here today celebrating $8.5 million in career-connected learning grants. These investments represent exactly the kinds of shifts that we want to see happen in high schools across the state. As we look to expand career technical education and then transform the classrooms to reimagine the high school experience. Every student, as CLG just said, deserves an opportunity to have relevant experiences, to get excited about a pathway or industry, and I heard this firsthand from the students right next door in the electrical shop and in carpentry, or just get connected to an industry that interests them. We've heard loud and clear from many students and their families that they want that connection between what they learn in classrooms and a high demand field that interests them. And with the work supported by programs like Early College, Innovation Career Pathways, Skills Capital Grants, and Career Technical Education, we're responding to that call. When we all work together, students, schools, employers, and the Massachusetts economy all benefit. Proof? We're in it right now. You need not look any further than Monty Tech, the MVP Academy, and its work in supporting skilled talent pipeline for vocational and technical employment. I want to extend a special thank you to the educators who are in the room right now, who work closely, and I should say, based on what I heard in that video, brilliantly with students. The Skills Capital grants, the Career Connected Learning grants are important, and they provide the foundation for the equipment and the space, but the educators here, you facilitate the learning and the development, and that is the most important piece. I want to thank you for preparing the next generation for exciting and fulfilling careers. It's now my great honor to turn it over to my friend and colleague, the Labor and Workforce Development Undersecretary, Josh Cutler. Thank you.
Great. Good morning, everybody. Happy STEM Week. Happy STEM Week. So I am here because in the Healy-Driscoll administration, there are no silos, and our workforce team works hand in hand with our team, our folks at the education department and the rest of the administration. So on behalf of Secretary Lauren Jones, I want to thank you for inviting us here to be part of this. And as I was reflecting on the great comments from the LG and Secretary Tutwiler, I was thinking about the big picture here. And here in Massachusetts, we don't have sunshine year-round or vast oil and gold reserves like some other states. Our greatest natural resource is our people. That's our best resource. It's our workforce. It's our skilled workforce. And a workforce doesn't just get skilled by accident. It takes intentional effort. And so I feel very fortunate to be here and be part of the Healy-Driscoll administration that has put a skilled workforce at the top of the agenda since day one. When I came from the legislature, and I'm grateful to our colleagues in the legislature for all the funding that allows us to do these things today. But it was because of that, focus on our workforce that I think is so vital. So I think we're fortunate to be in a state where we have such a skilled workforce. We have leadership and an administration that is putting that at the top of the agenda. And so I'm really excited about that. I want to thank our team here. I was really blown away. I got here a little bit early. I wasn't sure what the commute would be like, but I was fortunate I got here a little early, got to talk to some of the students, got a tour. It's really amazing what's happening here. It's very innovative. Liz and I were talking, we have some good ideas. I do a lot of work with apprenticeship. And in fact, I know this is an apprenticeship event and I don't want to steal the thunder, but I'm really excited that the Healy-Driscoll administration just reached our 10,000th apprentice in the 2.5 years on a record pace. And I know I met some future apprentices this morning. So we'll be boosting that number. But I already have a lot of good ideas on how we can really make some connections to from here at MVP to some of our employer partners, get some of the students involved in that. So this has been very productive morning for me just on that front. But again, I just want to reiterate, we're here to work together. There are no silos here. I want to also give a shout out to our mass hire folks. I know they've been an integral part of this, and talking to the folks here. I know Secretary Jones would want to not make sure that we'd be remiss without mentioning mass hire. What a great resource they are. I know how important they've been to this whole success. So excited to be here. Really want to congratulate you and all the folks here for what you're doing. And I think, MVP, you couldn't have chosen 3 better letters to represent what's happening here. So congratulations. Thank you. I apologize. I didn't give you a warm introduction.
Good morning. On behalf of Commissioner Pedro Martinez from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, I'm so thrilled to be able to congratulate you all today. You already heard about the amazing resources that are coming to this region of the Commonwealth. And what we're excited about at DESE is when we get to step into districts and see our educational vision come alive. And today, the excitement in each room that we visited was evident of our educational vision. What is our vision? Number one, that all students are known and valued. We saw Derek working in electrical, and we saw what he was working on, and we heard stories about Derek's great work. And students being known and valued is at the core of the work that educators do. We're not in this work for ourselves. Education is legacy work. We're in this work for you. And so as students, we're excited when adults come together and do less of this and more of this. And to know and value you all and to see what you're capable of being and doing is at the core of the work that we're doing. So all students are known and valued, number one. Number two, learning experiences are relevant and real world and interactive. Lieutenant Governor, I think we saw some relevant and real world. Secretary, we saw some interaction in carpentry. I was able to meet Ayla, and I was able to meet Marvin's, and I was able to ask them how they were working well together in carpentry. And they said, one is better at sanding than the other. The other is better at cutting than the other. And they were able to talk about each other's strengths and the ability to work together and interact. Interaction and real world experiences isn't just for sports, it's also for carpentry. So when we can see that come alive, it's really exciting to know that you are living out our educational vision. And then finally, the individualized supports are enabling students to exceed at grade level and beyond. We're able to see students excelling in their crafts. What does this really mean for you all? It's as simple as ABC. You heard it earlier. We're providing you all access to opportunities. When students have access to opportunities from various districts coming together and saying, let's work on behalf of our students. Let's make sure all of our students are set up for success. Your student is my student, and we want to come together. So having the access to opportunities is critical for your success. B, we want to build upon your skills and your abilities, your areas of expertise. Meeting John earlier and hearing how he was so attuned to his detail in building out that charger from wood was impressive. He is building critical skills, but not only for carpentry. John told me he also is thinking about becoming a state trooper. Well, we have 2 in the room, so they were able to connect with John, and they were able to tell him what it means to develop the skills necessary to become a state trooper, paying attention to details. And they said, the fact that you're paying attention to detail right now in carpentry can prepare you for any opportunity in the real world that is relevant and interactive right now. And so access to opportunity is critical. Building upon your skills and abilities are critical, but all of that is in service of creating pathways to your success. We're all here standing together for you students to set you up for success. And I am grateful on behalf of DESE that we get to see it come alive here today. So thank you all for allowing us to celebrate you, to interrupt a little bit of your work and come together to congratulate this exciting pathways to opportunities for your success. Congratulations.
wanted to make sure there wasn't anyone who's getting left out. Again, we thank everybody so much. We're so proud of the work that's happened here. We're so thankful. It's everybody that makes this happen. And hopefully we're going to be here in, do a quick math, maybe 9 months. It'll be a beautiful plumbing program, and we can all have a nice little kickoff for that again. So you're all welcome back. Please come back. So thank you so much, and you have a great rest of the STEM week, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great to see you.